ElectroQuiz invites an audience to vote to create an electronic track. The piece is built up of many layers of probabilistic music generators, and this video is going to provide a quick explanation for what exactly that means. So I'm going to start by going to track 1 and pressing play. Here we have 4 MIDI notes playing. If I go to the probability macro, we'll find that it is set at 100%. And that means that each of these notes has a 100% chance of sounding. If I decrease this to 0%, we'll find that no notes sound. And if I increase the likelihood to, say, 50%, then it's almost like a coin being flipped for each of these MIDI notes. And if the coin lands on heads, then the note will sound, and if it lands on tails, then the note will not sound. So roughly 50% of these notes will sound, but it's not set in stone, it's probabilistically generated. And you can apply a function like this to dynamics. Here we have another macro called dynamic range, and what this does is it increases the range of dynamics that the MIDI notes are going to randomly select from. So right now we have an even standard dynamic level playing for each MIDI note. And if I increase this macro to its max setting, we'll find it constantly variating between a range of dynamics. And if I decrease this range, we'll find it moving only slightly on either side of the standard dynamic level. You can apply probabilistic functions to pitch as well. If I head over to track 2, we will find an instrument repeatedly playing the same note. Again, I have probability, so I can decrease the likelihood that those notes are going to sound. But I also have a macro called pitch change, and what this does is it increases the likelihood that a random pitch is going to be selected. By putting it on 100%, the notes selected are all over the place, and we rarely hear that original note. But by decreasing the change, we hear for the most part the original note, but occasionally random notes are selected. I'm going to increase pitch change again, but right now it's choosing from the entire spectrum of chromatic notes. But I can fix this. Over here we have 2 macros, major and minor, and if I turn on minor, the pitches selected can only be within a minor scale. And by turning on major, the pitches selected are fitting within that major sonority. So it's these kinds of parameters that the audience will be voting on in order for them to create their own electronic track.